Well, that's funny. Out of habit, I guess I turned the video camera on, and I was like in a slumpy pose, my hand pushing my face up. Okay, hello, welcome to Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. It is March 26th, and today it's not really Coping with Donald. I'm going to have a few remarks in the beginning, and then we're going to go into a shopping run. This one, excuse me, is not at Publix. This one was at Ollie's, Ollie's discount store, which is a chain, and I'm sure is pretty much nationwide. And I only go there. I'm not going to leave my house just to go to Ollie's, but when I'm out on the road, as I was today with a dentist appointment, which I'm happy turned out okay. Uh, and then I had some like dishes, some really good dishes. I mean, they're not worth money in the market, but they were good dishes. They were like platters and gravy bowls with lids and stuff. And I mean, nice ones. And I just dropped them off there. I said, "Do you think any, person who works here could use some of these?" And they said, "Sure." So I just dropped them. And it made me happy. So I went to Ollie's. I'm going to show you what I got. Um, and then I'm going to have you take 30 seconds to formulate a price. I'll tell you the price. Now, it might not be that impressive today, but I'm going to give some shopping tips afterwards. And so, before I say that, the market's not doing too well today, and it looks like nobody is even listening to Donald Trump anymore. They're just watching the troop movements and things like that. So, I think when Iran comes out and says there's a peace deal, I think that's when the market will believe it. Because Donald Trump's done this like 4 or 5 times already. So, it's. Anyway, okay, my shopping trip to Ollie's. Ollie's is a discount store. They have all sorts of things there. They have an extensive kitchen area. And when I say kitchen area, I mean not just the strainers and things like that, the hand tools to flip hamburgers or something. They have a lot of uh, crock pots and other kitchen appliances that can be used. Mixers. I don't know if they have mixers, but things. I think you get the point. Um, they also have a bath towel section, pretty extensive. They have a little bit of clothing. They have a lot of about 1/3 of the store is devoted to different food and chocolates and things like that. They have a good book section. And they have some rugs. They have a little bit of everything. If they can come across anything and it's less expensive than you'd find in a Target, Walmart, or Target, that's the kind of thing that they will sell. And I always go there for this item. I got two of these. This is strawberry, what is it? Raspberry, sugar-free syrup. And I usually don't get these. I usually get the caramels, because I really like them, but they didn't have it. I got one raspberry and one toasted marshmallow, I think. So I'm going to try that and see if I can stand it. I put them with my coffee. It really adds a lot of taste to them. I also got, and this was for me, all right, because it reminded me of my childhood. I got a baby Binks chocolate. Just, I don't know why. I feel like it. Okay, that's for me. I also got a box of. This is only 12 ounce, not 16, but it's not just penne. It's penne that's like veggie penne, so they're different colors. I got a Pepperidge Farm box of crackers. This is not that big. It is 10 1/4 ounces. They also have Ritz crackers there at a reasonable price, and Breton crackers. Breton crackers My best friend swears by them. She loves the Breton crackers, and they often are $4 and $5 in Publix. Now I don't know the size that I was looking at, but it was $1.99. So there's that. Um, I got 3 boxes of coffee. One Green Mountain Vanilla, one 8 o'clock coffee decaf, and then I think I got another 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock coffee, 100% Colombian Peaks. And in a moment, we'll go over that as to price. And then I got 3 boxes of cereals. They varied. I got a pretty big box of Golden Crisp. Remember when they called it Sugar Crisp? Then I guess they thought that was a bad idea. Honeycomb, fairly sizable box. In fact, it's only 12.5 ounces because it's not a heavy cereal. Sugar Crisp, I think, was more, 14 3/4 ounces. And this is a small box of Special K with red berries. It's 10 or 11 ounces. Now, think in your head how much that costs. The 3 boxes of cereal, 3 coffee, the 2 coffee additive sugar-free drinks that I love, and the little binky, the box of crackers, and the veggie ronzoni. And my total came out to, and I'll tell you why I shop at Ollie's once in a while, and what's good about it, you just never know. Well, my total came out, I can't find the receipt, but I know it came out to between $30 and $31. And I guess that would probably be roughly um $22, 22 pounds in Great Britain, and maybe 24 euros. So I go to Ollie's just every once in a while, and especially if I need I don't know, maybe let's just say I wanted to get a garlic press. I could probably get it at Ollie's for a lot less money, and I'm not looking for the Primo name brand. Oh, it's been a exhausting day. The Primo name brand I'm not looking for. How often am I going to use it, right? Things like that. And I pick up food buys. And first of all, I swear by those sugar-free things. These were $2.29, and in Publix they're 4.5 to $5.5, and I never see them on sale either. Um, I was arguing with myself: should I get the Breton crackers or the Pepperidge Farm? Pepperidge Farm crackers were $2. But I want to talk about 2 different things. The first one is the cereal, and this is a good reason for people to come to Ollie's. Okay, this is usually about $6 in the grocery store for maybe 14 ounces, and this one was 11 ounces, and it was $2. Now, buy if they have buy one get one free at Publix, I guess you'd be paying about $6 for 30 ounces, which would be about 3 times the size of this. So you're saying, well, okay, so you're spending $6 for 30 ounces or $2 for 10 ounces. What's the difference? The difference is for those, I'm going to guess, 1 out of 4 Americans who will sit with their spouse at the table and say, okay, we've only got $27 left to spend this month. There's 3 days left in the month. What do we need the most? So instead of spending $6 on 2 bigger boxes of cereal, they spend $2 on the one and use those 4 other dollars for, well, maybe beer, but some other item that they need. So when you want, they have smaller portions at Ollie's or smaller containers at Ollie's, but you're not getting a surcharge because you got a smaller container, as is the case very often in a regular food store. If you buy the bigger size, it'll be a little bit cheaper per ounce. But here, you don't have that same issue, and actually, you're paying 20 cents an ounce for that box of cereal. Oh man, I mean, like, that's hard to do. Okay. Now, as far as the coffees go, they were each $5. And like I said, we got name brands. We got 8 o'clock decaf, we got 8 o'clock regular, and we got Green Mountain. Now, that's a total of $15. But in Publix, I noticed with tremendous dismay, coffee hasn't gone down at all. I think it's gone up since Trump said, "Oh yeah, well, no more tax on Brazil on coffee." I don't think they ever lowered the prices. So if you're spending $11 or $12 for a box of coffee, and it's buy one get one, you are, and this is the worst part, the boxes at Publix now are all that I saw. They're all 10 packs. These at Ollie's were still 12 packs. At Publix, they've reduced them, or they're buying the ones. Maybe these are slightly older, but now they're only putting 10 in a box. So these three boxes were 36 coffees for $15. At Publix, you could get 20 coffees, and it will cost you 11 or $12. Okay? So you're spending 55 to 60 cents a coffee at Publix, and at Ollie's, you are spending about, wow, wow, 40 cents, 42 cents. And there's a difference. There's a difference. And it's the same kind of coffee. So that's another good way to save on shopping for food. And you go to stores and you get used to how, yeah, this store is great for this product. And then you go there every once in a while and buy that product. And at the same time, if you're really pinching pennies, I'm sorry, if you're really in a place where you need to be more frugal till the end of the month when you get paid or whatever it is, Social Security, you can get these smaller boxes at an unpenalized price. That's today's shopping tip at Ollie's. This has been Coping with Donald. I'm Phil. Have a good day.